Hello and welcome to our Monday night, second to the last Monday of May. Where has May went, right? But we still have time left in May. And for many of us, that is super exciting that we still have time left in May because we are chasing and working for goals. We are working with all of that goes with it. So I'm so excited about our training tonight. Both Toya and Amy have prepped stuff for us about some life. And so I'm very, very excited about that. But before we begin that, let's start with a word of prayer. And then Toya is going to take off and do hers, followed by Amy. As you are listening or as you are listening back, make notes, make comments, because we learn better together. Okay, we learn, hey, that really made sense. Hey, that sparked this part of my thought. That is part of the magic of Mary Kay, is that we actually get to work with each other's thoughts to help each of us grow and be better. So let's quick pray, and then Toya, you are going to be up. Dear gracious Heavenly Father, we thank you for this time and training time together. We thank you for May. We thank you for 6 weeks of our seminar year left. We thank you for the fact that we are the bosses and we get to work in new and different ways. I also just thank you, especially tonight, for Toya and for Amy, that they have agreed to step up and be vulnerable and to teach and to express so that maybe we can hear and maybe we can grow our businesses in new and different ways. We ask this in your Son, our Savior's name. Amen. And now the amazing, if you haven't already heard, she is actually putting her, shall I call, big girl panties on. She has said that she wants to be in DIQ in 9 days. Okay, talk about, okay, this is the way that we're doing it. So I love that this is a business where we can set goals and we can know that our friends and our comrades are there, not doing comparison, but are cheering us on, and that we can know that we are being prayed for and supported. But today, so I had a great visit with her on that today, but I also asked her to do some training. So we're going to let her step up. I'm going to highlight her, and Miss Toya, the amazing. And you're amazing because you're willing to take on a goal. You're not amazing just because you are chasing a goal. It's amazing that you are claiming the goal. And I just want, it's not because I want us to always know that we're loved because we're loved, not because of what we do. Because there's enough world that only likes us if we have money or the right zip code. That's not what this is about. This is about us going, oh my gosh, she's letting herself be more of who she be. So I love that. So Miss Toya, if you can get yourself, I know you have the beautiful background on, unmute yourself. There you go. You are being spotlighted as the speaker. You are up.
Hi, hello everyone. So like Mary said, I am putting my best foot forward and stepping out on faith and working this wonderful business that we all know, because the proof is in the pudding. We see it every day, the pink Cadillacs, the trips, and walking across the stages and seminars and stuff. So we know it's possible. We know those things that they told us that we can have in this business is so possible. So my topic today is how to.
Hold on one second. Can you, there, now we see you. Other than that, we just see your beautiful backdrop.
I want to be on there. I like the backdrop. You need to see me.
Yes, we would like to see you, because you are dressed to the nine. Yes, so I'm just going to be that bold and say, girl, I love the picture, but I love you more. So yes.
I should have put some lipstick or something on. So anyway, here I go. My topic today is how to stop the noise. And so the way I figured it is just one thing to do. And that's basically a made up mind. So I believe that once you make your mind up about something, no one or anything will get in your way. So here's the thing. I heard somebody say in so many words, I can't remember it verbatim, but when something hurts bad enough, when your situation gets uncomfortable enough, you know, it just takes that right there for you to make you get up and move. And, you know, we can say that, what about the motivators? I raised 6 kids. I've been a single parent and stuff. I still got 2 at home. They need things and stuff. There are things I want to do. That stuff didn't motivate me to do it, or else I would have been done did it, but I did not do it. So, but it had, my situation had to get uncomfortable to me. You know, no longer could I stay in this complacency that affects all of us and stuff. So, um, again, and I, you know, I was having a talk with someone earlier, and you know, of course, there are people around you that will talk you out of something, that will tell you, well, what if it doesn't work for you, or what if this happens, or what if that happens and stuff. But once you make your mind up, if we can just make our mind up and stuff, it doesn't matter, you know, because people say you don't tell everybody your what you want to do. Sometimes you have to do it and just let people find out. Well, we like to, you know, commune with people. We are, you know, we like to hang out with people. So I don't want to keep everything to myself. I want to share stuff with people that I got going on. I want to be, you know, happy about what I'm doing and joyous about it and stuff. So I don't want to be quiet. But I mean, it's not to say that they're not going to tell me that it may not be good for me, or it may not work out for me. But once my mind is made up, which my mind is now made up, it doesn't matter what they say. I can take it and I can hear it for what it is. Maybe they're fears for me. Maybe they just don't want to see me get hurt, to get disappointed. I can accept all of that and still step out and do what it is that I want to do, because my mind is made up. I can, you know, no longer be mad at people for not supporting me, because it's not that they're not supporting me. They don't know how to support me. They don't know how bad this means to me, because I have not proven that to them just yet. So, you know, once you make your mind up, I think you know, you can tell whoever, and it doesn't matter what they say or what they do, you're gonna make it happen. So that is, to me, the best way to stop the noise, unless you are one of those persons that can move in silent and achieve your goals, and then just spring out and, hey, I've been doing this, you know, silence your phones and stuff like that, you know. But if you like to talk to people about it, then do so, but stay on the path of what you say you're going to do for you, not for them, not even to prove them wrong and stuff. That stuff doesn't matter. Only thing that matters is what it means to you and stuff. So I don't know if that was long enough, but I mean, that's my take on it. Just have a made up mind about it and get out there and do it and stuff, you know, because once you make your mind up, you then have to step out and put action to it. So that's the next step after making your mind up. Now put it to work and stuff, and then, you know, trust in God and everything else to work it out for you. It won't happen overnight. In this business, we will get some no's and stuff, but you know, just trust and have faith that of the whatever percentage of people that we haven't touched or talked to, and that haven't touched the product and stuff, that they'll be put in our way so that we can be the one to bring them in and stuff. You know, they can say the areas populated, saturated, and stuff. There's a lot of, you know, directors or Mary Kay people around here. There are people who, I was at an event this weekend, and I did have a couple of people on both days that was in the business and got out of it. It didn't work out for them, but they love the product. So guess what? Okay, how are you getting it now since you're not in it? You know, okay, well, I can be your consultant. And then maybe if you see, you know, you might want to get back in. It may didn't work out for them. So, you know, they say it can be saturated. It's going to be a lot of different reasons that people can talk you out of this. But once your mind is made up, that's how you're going to silence the noise, because your mind is made up.
Thank you, Toya. I love it. Love it that you guys are claiming that. Yes, a made up mind changes tons of stuff. You know, I will also just say a made up mind also lets you be more focused, because, you know, hey, because I have a made up mind, I know I've got to go talk to X number of people. I have a made up mind, and I know I have got to just I might be scared, but I don't want to stay where I'm at. I love that you brought up that quote. You know, until the pain of staying the same is more than the pain of change, you're going to stay the same. And so I love, or the kind of whereabouts of that. So, I mean, I love it. You're willing to take on the uncomfortability because where you are now, you've made up your mind, I'm not staying. And so, way to go on that. Amy, is there anything you wanted, or Rose, is there anything you guys wanted to comment about with ideas, affirm, whatever parts for Toya before we move on? Everybody's, not Amy's not. Yeah. Okay. I just want to say thank you. I love it. This is part of our growth. It's like, okay, well, what would I teach? What do I talk about that? And so I'm very impressed that you're doing that. So way to go. Toya. Okay. Amy, you got your assignment. We changed your assignments shortly after that. So we've had some conversations tonight. So why don't you also go ahead and introduce your topic, and let's hear what you are bringing to the table tonight.
Well, my topic is what happens when you start spiraling down in your head? How to get out of your head. Because there's a lot of life been going on in my world. And so I haven't been focused in any of my jobs as I need to be. And so today everything just hit, and it was not a good thing. So what do? Well, first, when your director says, hey, what's going on? You're honest. Maybe brutally honest, but you're honest, because then she'll reach out and call you and get you out of the spiral. Or have somebody, whether it be your director or your best friend or your mom or your fur baby or whatever it is, have somebody that can help you get out of that spiral, because otherwise you're just going to keep spiraling. And you have to change your perspective and look at the positive side of things. Even trying to have someone help you switch your negatives into a positive. So like, I was frustrated because I met with like 20, 25 people over the weekend, and I got all no's, forgetting that that's so much closer to the yeses. So after reaching up and talking to Miss Mary for about 45 minutes, it's like, okay, I can still do this. I can still do this. In my head, I knew I could still do it, but it was getting my heart to understand, or my heart knew and my head didn't understand, one way or the other. I don't know. I had it mixed up, but something in me was doubting. And after talking with Mary and just spilling everything and having her help me turn those negatives into positives by saying, hey, well, look, you're one more closer. Remember, you can celebrate your nose. Remember, you can look at the positive side of, well, this is God leading you this way. Those are things you need to focus on when you start that spiral down, because then you can go to work. So as I'm cooking dinner, after I hung up, I'm texting everybody. I'm this close to this month's requirements for my ring, and I got 3 orders. So, find that thing. Find that person that can help you turn it around.
Love that. Love that. I want to thank both of you, and Amy, first of all, I want to especially thank you. You called me in vulnerability. You responded to my text, which I will tell you, and I think most of us know this from our kids, from friends. If something's really going wrong, a lot of us want to recluse and not talk to anybody else. As a director, I notice when something's going on because people stop responding to me. Okay, it is, and it's like, okay, something's going on. Okay, Lord, you need to help them. I don't know what that is. And it's not that God can't answer prayers without being more specific in it. But, I'll be honest, you leave me hanging a little bit helpless, that it's like, oh, do I need to be sending them letters to the hospital? Or is it, a job thing? Or is it an animal thing? Or is it we're girls. It's gonna be a thing. Okay, we're gonna guarantee it's gonna be a thing. And the other thing, as Toya, Amy, Elena, we're going towards our year-end goal. When you have a made-up mind, which thank you, Toya, for teaching on that. The thing is, when you have a made-up mind, the world and your mind are gonna start fighting back, because our brain is designed to keep the world safe and the same. And you just made your mind up to be different. And so there's going to be there's going to be some, hello, what's going on? And some of that shows up in pure frustration, which is what's happened to Amy. She has had life come at her and lots of frustration. And so then all of a sudden it's like, all I can see is that it's a big old thunderstorm, and that it just, we had some fun with some words. And so sometimes I love it. One of the solutions is reach out, find somebody to help you stop your spiral. So thank you for that word of advice. I will tell you that, yes, I do that, but I'm also a physical person. I think that's maybe because I grew up on the farm, that sometimes when I get really, really frustrated, I just have to go do something. I have been known to beat up pillows. When I was out on the farm, I took a baseball bat to a tree, because of course the tree was going to win because I didn't pick on the sapling. But something to just get that anger, that frustration, and then I could move on. So it is okay to be frustrated. It is totally, but the thing is, don't stay there, which, Amy, way to go on that. The biggest goal is if you listen to the top nationals, you listen to those of us in business, it isn't that as you grow, you're going to not get frustrated. Let me assure you, that is the last. If someone gave you that delusion, they are lying to you. Okay, so just, if you think as you move up the career path, there's going to be less frustrations, somebody was telling you a lie from the pit of, okay, we know it. The issue is, or what happens is, we are able to circle through that frustration period faster. It's like, okay, crap, plot twist. A good movie has a good plot twist. I mean, they're going down the road, they're falling in love, things is awesome, and plot twist. Oh, wait, eventually we get to our path, but it makes the movie a little bit more dramatic, a little bit more fun with those plot twists. Hallmark Channel, you can predict the plot twist, but the plot twist is always going to be in there. Someone's got to run off to the airport so that the airport scene can happen, right? Okay. So way to go on. I hope, but one, for Amy and Toya, I hope both of you feel, listening to how you guys presented, how you guys prepared. Yes, that's part of directorship, is to think through, how can I teach myself, but how can I also teach those that God is putting in my path? So thank you for sharing with us. Dakota decided to go outside. Elena is joining us as well. Yay! Hello, darling. How are you? I don't think maybe her mic. You're on mute, sweets. Elena. Can you talk? There you
Yes,
go.
hi. Sorry, I thought it was at 8. I was over here rushing.
Yeah.
And it's like, it starts right now. I didn't want to interrupt.
There you go. Well, we started, so we're getting the recording going,
Okay.
and things like that. Did you have a chance to look at anything that you wanted to share with us tonight?
Truthfully and honestly, no. I'm sorry.
No. So, okay. Can I just say that is okay? We don't need to beat ourselves up. Okay. We are in the middle of goals. And sometimes you just have to say, no, I can't add anything to my plate. And no is a complete sentence. Okay. Amy, Toya, no is a complete sentence. We don't need to go, no, blah, da, 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 da. No. And then the other
Okay.
person will go, okay. Okay. or especially around me, I'll go, okay. Once in a while, I may ask for clarifications if the no sends me that I don't know why we went there. But no is okay. We're also going to try to keep this efficient, as I said. I'm going to attempt to play a video. Gary, my husband, had me watch this video. Well, he told me about this video. And then I watched it and it's like, oh, this looks like the end of the Mary Kay year. This looks exactly like the Mary Kay year. So they do a pretty good job of the setup. So if you have questions as we watch it, just kind of make notes. And then we are going to talk about it when we get done with this. Let's see, that's there. Give me a thumbs up.
Only thing between us and history, 800 feet. Let's go, boys. Come on, we can do it.
Can you guys hear it? Whoa.
Yeah.
This is the world's highest basketball shot. We're about to attempt the most improbable trick shot that we've ever done.
Scientifically, this is basically impossible.
And what better place to test the odds?
Then Las Vegas, baby.
Since the beginning, Dude Perfect has been known for mainly one thing: trick shots.
And for the last 14 years, our goal has been to push the limits of what we think is possible. In 2009, we went to Kyle Field and made the world's longest basketball shot. But we didn't stop there. We went higher and higher.
Holy cow! Then in 2016, we went to Oklahoma City and shot a ball off a 530-foot tower, officially claiming the record for the world's highest basketball shot.
Oh, did that go in? World record, baby! Finally, in 2018, the record was broken once again from an insane height of 660 feet. The only problem? It wasn't us. Our record was broken by How Ridiculous. And after 5 years, it's time to push the limits once again and see what's possible.
Our team has been talking about taking back the record for quite some time. I saw the highest shot on the board for like 3 years.
What used to be, hey, let's go out and shoot a video, it's not like that anymore. There's a lot more prep work that goes into these videos. We physically took 18 people in order to pull this off.
Our team started calling every location we could think of that was taller than 660 feet.
Obviously, the height limitation comes into play first. We looked in Houston, Moab, Glen Canyon Dam in Arizona, Washington, D.C., Miami, Chicago.
We got a zillion no's before we finally found a yes. We went to the place that is known for all the craziness, Las Vegas.
We decided to attempt this shot from the Strat Hotel on the world-renowned Las Vegas Strip. To truly show you the height of this building, let's start with our own tall man, Cody Jones, shown here next to a standard 10-foot basketball goal. Our Kyle Field shot was from 150 feet. Then, our Oklahoma City shot was from 533 feet. The current record stands at 660 feet, and if made, this shot would be from 856 feet, breaking the current world record by nearly 200 feet.
We decided to hit up our friends Mark Rober and How Ridiculous to get their take on us attempting the shot.
If you had to give us odds for it, what are we talking?
It's over 1 in a million.
Oh, gosh.
It's gotta be.
I'm not gonna lie to you, our team's already planned it, so I feel like we have to at least just go put in our time.
All things are possible. It's a bit of a numbers game, right? You're going to put enough down there. One just might go in.
If it's windy, you're in trouble.
How long are you guys gonna be there for?
I think we have the tower booked for 3 days. Is that enough?
There is no way. If you do this, you guys will be the luckiest 5 people in the world. You got the Magnus effect going on, right? If the slightest spin at the top, you could be a football field away, just laterally, right? Vegas is super windy. It's just not gonna happen.
I thought we were supposed to feel better after talking to Mark. Why did we do that?
I don't know. I'm not sure. If you feel like you're just not going to get it, I mean, come on, just dig a little deeper.
Keep pushing.
I will eat a basketball if you guys get this shot.
Thanks, Mark. Very helpful.
The good news for us is if you break it, then we can try and break it again. So good luck.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Thanks a lot.
Great. Let's do it.
My role on this shoot was creating a net system to protect the rooftop. We designed and constructed a 10,000 square foot net to catch the basketballs to mitigate any damage to their roof. Nobody's done this before, so we're all kind of going into it like, we should be better safe than sorry. This is what we pitched over to the Strat, and they said, hey, we love it. You guys got the green light.
After the art team finished prepping, they gave us the thumbs up to hop on a plane, and we were on our way to attempt the impossible.
The morning of our flight, typical Cody fashion, he sends a text message, hey, by the way, I'm not gonna catch the flight today. He was having monster headaches. And I thought it was just because he has a broken golf swing, and it was like, look, I mean, you're too jerky, you're causing headaches. Turned out to be a little more serious than that.
What's up, guys? Went to the doctor with that headache, did a CT scan, and I do have like a small tear in one of the arteries in the back of my head, and he says it'll heal on its own, but I gotta lay low, so I will not make the trip. But I believe in you guys. I'm doing great. We're gonna be fine here. Come on, baby. World record time. Let's go.
How are we feeling right now? What time is it?
Is that good?
It's
We're gonna have
8:16
to
at
do
home.
2 trips.
But here it's 6:16.
We're going
so
to
it feels
Balls
earlier.
first.
We are currently setting up tripods and monitors. If Garrett and I don't get blown off this roof, I'll consider it a success.
That's our bar for success at this point, is getting blown off a roof. I ain't gonna sugarcoat it, brother. It's windy. So the first day that we got to the Strat, my first reaction was, okay, this doesn't seem like that much higher than Oklahoma City. That all changed when we got up to the top of the Strat. Oh my gosh. That street is so in play, it's not even funny. Everybody buckle up. oh gosh. 12-car pileup on the Vegas Strip today after rogue basketball falls from tower and lands right in the middle of a windshield of a car carrying 13 puppies. It's a headline just waiting to happen.
So finally the day came. The goal is set up 856 feet away from the tower that Ty is standing on. Ty's up there. He throws the very first ball down.
Here we go, day one, first shot. Good, Chad. Yep. This is the world's highest basketball shot.
And the ball did not even hit on the roof.
Oh dear. Oh, just about 50 yards that way. We're okay. We have time to recalibrate. So you'd have a ball land on the road, then you'd have a ball kiss off about the 10th floor of the nearby hotel.
The wind was just whipping.
Chad and I both just looked at each other like, there's no way. Like, this isn't gonna happen. That might hit the hotel. Heads up, mate. It's a little right. Yikes. It's got a shot. Now it's right. That's on the street. Trent!
We were missing that net system by so many feet. We just had to ask, like, hey, are y'all cool with us taking this goal beyond this net? And they gave us the green light.
What happens first? Do we make the shot or get kicked out of Vegas? Oh, this is fun. I could do this all day. Day one, shutting it down at 9:30. Winds are getting too high, getting too dangerous. Losing control of the balls. Day two is supposed to be better. Let's regroup. Let's come back out day two. We still have 2 full days.
Head to the top, day 2. Let's make a shot.
Everyone was like, oh, day 2 is gonna be great. 5-mile-an-hour winds, and it's gonna be perfect.
We're getting ready to go out there onto the platform. They come out and they're like, guys, no good.
Our wind that was supposed to be a nice like 5 gusting to 8 miles an hour just currently read at 54.
54-mile-an-hour gusts and 27-mile-an-hour winds.
Does it feel that windy down there?
It's pretty windy, super windy where we are, but when you can find the drive, you get down.
It's just so unpredictable. We had to kind of wait for about an hour for it to die down. Still didn't get great, but it was safe enough for us to go out on the platform, start shooting.
Wow. That's more than 22.
Ty's up there. He throws the very first ball down, and it was windy, which it wasn't supposed to be, but of course it was. And the ball went into the street.
Oh my God.
The safety piece was tough because it's this balancing act. It's like, you only have 3 days in Vegas. So you want to keep ripping off shots because if you don't, you're never going to make it.
Oh, that's gonna hit Kobe's car.
But it's a really serious safety concern.
That's not really a position anybody wants to be in, is throwing projectiles off a 856-foot tower.
Like seeing those balls like go off of the roof and knowing that you're the one that threw it, it became a point where it was like, it's not worth it. I'm just not gonna throw until something bad happens and then stop.
I completely agree. We cannot.
That's just stupid. That doesn't make sense.
And I was right there with him. I was kind of like, dude, I don't know if we should keep doing this.
It's not worth it to cause a wreck, injure somebody.
Yeah, and I'm saying that can't happen.
Just lock that down.
That cannot happen.
That's a scary place to be, and I know one that Ty was uncomfortable with.
Being totally honest with you guys, it was tense because we got 2 completely different points of view. Ty and the guys up top, including me, are seeing what the balls are doing, and we're like, And down below, the guys are just seeing the ball not go in the goal.
Guys, we are running out of time, and we're not going to hit anybody. Let's just shoot the ball.
The one that I tried to flirt with it hit the cable, and that's the one that went.
I still don't think you flirt with it. You throw right. You have to go. You throw right the whole time. I was getting pretty frustrated. So I'm like, Ty, just shoot it to the right.
Ball's in the air.
Oh. Was not good. Nope.
I get it. You don't want to be responsible for that ball, but at the same time, kind of discouraging that like we weren't seeing the momentum that we expected.
I kind of made the decision, like, guys, I do not want to shoot another ball.
Ultimately, there's just one guy up there who's feeling the weight of launching that basketball off. And I didn't feel like it was really fair that Ty was the only one who had to do that.
I gotta hand it to him. Kobe stepped up. Kobe was like, man, put me in a harness. I want to try it.
So when I stepped up there, I felt like, okay, let me just give it a different approach and see what happens, because there's no right or wrong answer. So I let the first shot go, and shockingly,
Yes!
it got pretty close.
Yes! Oh!
So immediately I'm hopeful, thinking, okay, may have kind of found a groove here. Let's stick with it. Second ball, did the exact same thing, and it landed in the street. Hit the street. Move the goal to the street! I probably shot, I don't know, 2-3 hours worth of basketballs that day, and by the end of all of it, I was really confident this is never going in. We still, at this point, had not even hit the goal, which is like a bad sign. This is not the place to do this.
Very quickly, I hear conversations about, hey, what are we going to do as a video replacement? And I'm like, I can't believe we're talking about this.
I think a big turning point to help continue this attempt, it was meeting with the GM of the Strat. They suggested a plan where we could close down their valet that would allow us to not have to worry so much about some of those stray balls.
I think we're just praying that there's less wind tomorrow, and I feel like there's at least a little bit of hope.
You're not feeling the stress through the camera this morning. At this point, something's wrong.
Hey guys, day 3. Been at it for 2 days, that's hence the day 3. And I feel good about it. This is our best weather opportunity by far, not close.
For the first time, I felt like when I'd shoot a ball off, like I could tell Chad, hey, that's good.
We had way better wind conditions.
I mean, there's zero wind. Like, it's almost like eerily quiet. I was actually supposed to leave day 3, which I didn't know about until we got to Vegas. I would have loved to leave day 3, but.
So I actually had to fly out Thursday night ahead of the rest of the team. And so 2 o'clock was kind of the deadline. Day 3 in the morning was the first time where I think there was like a little bit of hope that kind of came back. Like, when I do everything that I need to do on my end, the ball goes relatively close to where it should.
Then the wind came back.
It just felt like the most random game of Battleship ever.
Team morale all across the board was pretty bad.
I know I look calm, but it's because it's day 3 and you just kind of don't expect it to go in. I think it was the hottest day of the 3, so that's tough for the crew down below especially.
Probably the best way I could describe it would be like taking the SAT outside in the blazing heat. It was just mentally taxing. You're focused every time.
I will say the one thing that kind of gave me a jolt of energy was you filming Tim up there in his speech, and then when y'all sent that out.
He sends us the Miracle on Ice speech.
Great moments are born from great opportunity. And that's what we have here today, boys. That is what we've earned here today. One shot. We've tried it 1,000 times. We might miss 999, but not this time. Not this shot. Today, we make it. Today, we break history, and we make this shot because we can. Today, we, specifically, the 5-2 Perfect guys, are the greatest trick shooters in the world. Come on, boys, we can do this. We'll go out there and take it.
I'm inspired. I'm inspired by leaders like Tim who step up in the face of adversity. And with that being said, I still don't think it's going to go in, but I'm going to shoot to my little heart's content, and I got to leave. So let's do it, boys.
Do you actually believe in your speech?
No, I didn't. I didn't.
Start shooting, go for the next hour, 15 minutes, hits 2 o'clock. Cody Bland is in there shouting through the glass, and he's like, hey, your flight's delayed. Just keep shooting. And I'm kind of like,
Great.
But at this point again, it was like, well, great, you have till 3:30, but balls are going everywhere. The wind's crazy. Like, we're back to square one.
You know, Tim's Miracle on Ice speech has kind of started to wear off.
Until about 2:33, I think it was, or something like that.
I throw this ball off, starts to curve back. I'm like, okay, that's pretty close.
Corey was laying down right beside me. We kind of sat up and we're like, wow, this looks pretty good.
It isn't even on course for the basketball hoop, and then last second,
About 5 seconds before the ball got down to us, I started feeling really good about it.
And knowing how much control that I had over it, I cannot look at that shot and say that God didn't have his hand in it.
He has a purpose for Dude Perfect, and in that moment, it was kind of like reassuring.
To be able to pull that off should never have happened.
It made me feel like, for some reason, God's just not done with Dude Perfect yet. This is the world's highest basketball shot. Come on, come on!
So they did it. They totally did it. Okay, so I want you guys to come off mics. How can this be compared to what we are doing for these last 10 days of May, for these last 6 weeks of the seminar year? What is very similar? What do you see different? I also took my notes. So, okay, your turn. Your turn.
All the no's and just keep trying. Just keep shooting. Just keep shooting.
Just keep going. Yes, I love.
And
yes.
you know,
yeah, tell you.
and then you know that motivational speech. And I was thinking too, like he was saying, at some point the speech was wearing off, and so a lot of times in life we can't. I mean, people are not always there to motivate us, so we can record some motivational speeches for ourselves and just replay them. You know, to kind of keep us hyped up when it does wear out.
Love that. Absolutely.
That's
What else
good.
you guys got?
Every little bit helps.
Every little bit.
Every try gets you a little closer.
Yeah. And some of those tries were not in their control. Okay. I mean, not in their control. I want you to, I mean, Gary kind of pointed this out and it was like, oh yeah, that would be true. Okay, so you saw that last one, you know, when they were going to go in, you know, he goes, this is the world's highest shot, right? Okay, understand they would have recorded that for every ball they threw over because they never knew which one was going in. So to make the editing right, they would have had to hold up that ball and go, the world's highest shot, and have to make it sound convincing. They believed it was going in when everything was showing them it wasn't. I mean, they had to even increase their no zone.
Wow.
Like, hey, we need to take ballet out. So we stopped docking balls on top of you. You know, it's like, yeah. Okay. Anything else you guys heard or thought about that? How many did you guys catch? How many years that had been on the board for their goal?
5.
Yeah. This wasn't just something that, you know, and they had to come up with a plan for it. It's like, okay, what am I going to do? How's this going to look? And then one of their main teammates didn't get to make the trip. There's 5 of these guys, and one of them,
He can't have it.
one of them all of a sudden got sick and couldn't make the trip. I mean, one of their main people, I mean, this is this would be like going to seminar without Julia. Okay, this is like,
Oh, wow.
I mean, this wasn't just like, hey, my dog was sick. No, this was it. When you go back and watch your videos, this is one of the talking heads. I mean, like he's like right in the middle of it. All the professionals were telling them it wasn't possible. So that guy at the beginning, the guy is a retired NASA scientist. He makes a lot of money doing YouTube videos about, hey, how everything works. So like when he threw out that scientific term about, hey, the way that you spin the ball, you could end up that far away. Like that's the truth. I mean, he knows the terms of why it does weird things like that. It's not just, no, there's like science behind all those numbers. And he's, I can't wait for the follow-up video, because he said he was going to eat a basketball. So at some point, I'm sure he has to actually eat a basketball. I'll bring that one back. But I just wanted, it's like professionals might tell you no. Your support system might fall apart. The outside forces are out to get you. But yet, what everybody deemed impossible is now possible. Okay? Does it sound a little crazy that 3, 4, or 5 of you that are not currently in DIQ are going to be in DIQ in 10 days? That sounds okay. If it doesn't sound crazy to y'all, I would like to know what y'all are listening to. But in the same breath, shooting a basketball from somehow that high up sounded crazy too. Making a plane fly sounded crazy. Why do Mary Kay always so excited to wear the diamond bumblebee? Well, because it's not supposed to be able to fly because its body's too fat and its wings are too little. But it does anyway. And so I hope that tonight gave you one of those nights of, okay. Why not? Why not? Why not? I love their comparison. I don't think God's done with us yet. I really think there is something that God is trying to, is it because, we have a job that, hey, that, is going through some weird stuff. And is this not the safest place for us to be anywhere? Is it hey, I need to do this because I need to do this because of me? Is this because I'm going to add this on to what I'm doing to show that I can? I don't know. But what I do know is I honestly believe that God is not done with us yet. And as they said, hey, so I totally, one of my motivations is going to be playing that basketball going in the goal over and over. And, I loved it when you guys said, hey, we might need to find some of our own motivational videos. It could be a song. I was joking, maybe you get to play, take this job, and maybe that's the motivation. Maybe it's, maybe it's the song of the pit, what is it? They're going to, we hear those stories. What is it that sends you into the, okay, it's the speech, it's the song, it's the look, it's the shirt, it doesn't matter what the it is. Find several it's is what I guess I'm going to continue to say. I want to give some huge shout outs. One, overcomers. There isn't anybody on the screen that life isn't trying to deal a funny deck of cards. And yet you're showing up. So first of all, I want to give huge shout out, kudos for that. Amy, congratulations on the sale. You picked them up and did that. Toya, thank you for stepping up and covering both of the vendor events when I went out of town, that you got those covered. And if you haven't seen her setup, she did such a cute setup. And that's that inspiration that I give to you guys. And so a couple reminders. Actually, I'm gonna quick shut off the video so that when people walk back, that actually applies. Okay, so just 1 second here.